Hey everyone, another edition of Off the Top Rope here. It's starting to look like there's a lot of momentum within the internet wrestling community that people are starting to recognize the faults of AEW that I've been pointing out on this channel for close to 6 months, at least since this channel's been in existence. Um, AEW has been faltering really, I would say, for close to a couple years now. Like 2023 was not the great year. That's where you started to see everything start to fall away with CM Punk getting fired. And then last year was their worst year ever. Um, but now it's gotten to the point where I think AEW's completely lost its identity. Like they've completely lost their identity. Look no further than what is it? Maximum Carnage. I don't even know what the hell they're calling this. First of all, it's in Cincinnati. They're not even doing it in the first or second biggest building. They're doing it in a music hall with under 2,000 people in attendance. Jon Moxley from Cincinnati is your world heavyweight champion defending the world title. They can't even fill the building up. So then, for Collision that they're going to tape the next night in Cincinnati, they're doing a 12-man tag team match where Chris Jericho and Jon Moxley, who have had a major rivalry in AEW for a long time, are teaming up together. The Learning Tree and the Death Riders are teaming up together to take on Adam Copeland, FTR, a bunch. I can't even remember who the hell else is in this match, but Hobbs is in this match, and Hobbs has got a world championship match. Why are you booking a 12-man tag team match just in kayfabe a few days after a world championship match? Why are you doing that? Why is your world champion being put in this position? Why is the Death Rider storyline still going on? Why are people like why is Hangman Adam Page on the Collision show facing Christopher Daniels? I think Christopher Daniels is a legend in the business. Christopher Daniels should not be wrestling in his 50s. He should not be wrestling. He's been an authority figure and a semi-decent one, kind of been, overshadowed in a lot of spots because he was just kind of a figurehead for just a reason to give him television time. But I like Christopher Daniels. He shouldn't be wrestling Hangman Adam Page. He shouldn't even be wrestling. This company has completely lost their identity. And now you're in a situation where the Death Riders are the worst angle this company has ever done. It's your world champion who doesn't even want to bother showing the world championship. And it makes me think of just where this company was just a year ago. And like I said, they've been declining through 2024, but there were bright spots. Samoa Joe was a great champion to start the year. Swerve Strickland, it started off bumpy, but Swerve Strickland had a really good run. Bryan Danielson had a nice, feel-good moment, but that's where this company went wrong. That's where this company completely fell off the boat, because from that moment on and that 2-week span between Bryan Danielson winning I would even go back as far as to July, to the Owen Hart Cup tournament where Bryan Danielson won over Hangman Adam Page. Hangman Adam Page should have won the Owen, first of all, and he should have beaten Swerve Strickland. And if that wasn't going to happen, he should have won the gauntlet at All In. Neither one of those things happened. So then you fast forward, Bryan Danielson wins the championship. It's a great feel-good moment. That's awesome. I love Bryan Danielson. He's one of the best to ever do it. That title reign served no purpose whatsoever, because 2 weeks later, he beats Jack Perry in a nothing match, and then Jon Moxley proceeds to try and suffocate him in one of the more gratuitous and stupid heel turns in over-the-top, unnecessary, cells of a heel turn that I've ever seen in my life. And it all leads to, Darby Allin was supposed to have a world championship match that he won. He gave it up, even though, Bryan Danielson was kayfabe out of commission, although Bryan Danielson then just comes back and faces Nigel McGuinness in a non-title match. Jon Moxley wins the championship, and here we are. So far, Jon Moxley has beaten Orange Cassidy, Jay White, and Hangman Adam Page, and he'll probably beat Will Hobbs on Wednesday at Maximum Carnage. And it's just listen, at some point, the identity of this company needs to come back if they want to save themselves, because they're starting to lose their diehards. Like the reaction to the 12-man tag match, I'm not even going to give you guys the decency. You guys have probably seen it. The 12-man tag match, it just doesn't make any sense. On a basic level, why the hell is Chris Jericho and Jon Moxley teaming together? It's such a monumentally stupid, and it's literally booked the day after a world championship match, like in real life, but also that's going to air on Saturday. They're taping it ahead of time. It's just like I don't get it. I don't understand the tag team division when you have a superstar like Penta El Zero Miedo going to WWE, who's one of the best pieces in your tag team division. He tells you he doesn't want to be there. You don't keep him around. And now you've got the Hurt Syndicate seemingly ready to take the tag team titles off of Private Party, who won them in October and have barely defended them. Like it's just gotten to the point where everyone who is trying to justify these decisions made by Tony Khan because, hey, we got a television deal. Hey, we're streaming on Max. Hey, we're doing all this. It doesn't mean anything. Like if you want to mock NXT for like get 3,000 people in a building in St. Louis with Randy Orton on the card, you guys can't get 2,000 in Jon Moxley's hometown of Cincinnati. You can't sell out buildings anymore because your storylines are so ice cold. Nobody cares about these characters. And now Darby Allin, your central protagonist in this whole storyline with the Death Riders, which I said is just so bad. Darby Allin's going to climb Mount Everest. So we're going to wait until Dallas? We're going to wait until July? Fuck no. If I'm them, and I love Will Hobbs. I don't know if they'll do this. I would absolutely have Will Hobbs win the championship on Wednesday. But the other problem is you got Christian Cage there. I like Christian Cage. He shouldn't be a world champion in 2025. He shouldn't be in possession of a guaranteed world championship match. That's ridiculous. Like, this company, when it started, was founded on young, youthful exuberance, a lot of energy, a lot of high work rate, and some really decent storytelling. Now, look at the top of your card right now. The world champion is an ex-WWE guy who you signed on basically your first day on pay-per-view against a lifelong WWE guy in Adam Copeland. That's really what you're at. Will Hobbs, he's getting thrown into this match after the fifth casino gauntlet that they've done in the last year, and they're going to do another one for the women's side. Like, it's just like they've totally lost their identity. Because the tag team division, that was a cornerstone of this place. Most of the tag teams that were there 5 years ago, they're gone. They're gone. Frankie Kazarian, STU, like, where's Scorpio Sky? That's the first ever tag team champions. Christopher Daniels doesn't wrestle anymore. He shouldn't. Hangman Adam Page was in your first world championship match. I understood why they gave it to Jericho off the top. Chris Jericho is as invaluable as he's ever been. Swerve Strickland is as not invaluable. That's the wrong way to say it. Swerve Strickland, Hangman Adam Page, all these, Jon Moxley, they're at the lowest measure of their value that they've ever been. Because none of these booking decisions make any sense. Tony Khan has literally become Vince McMahon without the sexual allegations 40 years younger. That's literally what he is. Like, it really is just mind-numbing. And then you have an Aleister Black, who you had a golden opportunity to do something really special with. And he was resorted to the trios division? That's it? That's all you got for him? Really? It's just mind-blowing to me. Mind-blowing. Anyway, a lot more content coming here on the channel this week. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.